Hopefully everything's good. Everything's blah, whatever. Hopefully we're all good. Alright, you both have your maps. Let's open them. So here's the deal. There's only 2 of you right now because we have a majority of our force right now pulling the diversion for this to happen. Although we were able to rescue Sniper Wolf from the compound, we were unable to destroy the data that they were able to extract from them, as well as the area around the main airfield where the assassination took place. They have decided to move that data, and we have tracked it to a Hemet box transport inside the abandoned industrial park that is marked with a red circle and question mark. However, we lost for a moment we lost sight of the transport and we cannot find it again, but we know it hasn't left that area, so it is most likely in some sort of building.
Left your channel.
Now, we've also marked a few other things. I know Garfield has marked a few other things, but other things to note. 1, the military base is still active, although we do have the diversion going on in the main airfield town, specifically in East City. They have some forces left behind, most likely contingency if the industrial park gets under attack. We have an alternative black site here for you to use in case you can't get back to the chopper that you will bring. It's going to be the little bird again, and that is where you can end the mission if you choose to, or you can come back to this black site. Other things to note, the enemy is on a moderate alert right now. Expect patrols to be guns up, just actively scanning things. And they're most likely still doing a chopper patrol where we last extracted. You have already marked that position though, so just assume there is going to be stuff over there, possibly an enemy helicopter. So you might want to reconsider that primary LZ so you don't come into contact with them. Other things, urban structures, there might be civilians, might be enemy forces. It's best not to engage if you don't have to, because we don't want to blow our cover too early. And other than that, you have marked a possible checkpoint. That is quite possible indeed, but since that's the only road to get there, expect some sort of resistance that you probably won't be able to handle on that road. Any questions?
Yeah.
Do we know if there's going to be anything, or if there lights the armor night vision?
The enemies will most likely not have night vision. Right now, we have their main force being assaulted in East City. These are the reserves. I'm not sure if they're geared up for NVGs. If they are, they are. If not, they're most likely going to be around light sources so they can see. Maybe even have their cars and transport vehicles rigged with lights, their lights on for additional visibility. So proceed with caution. Any other questions?
Where's the infill? Oh,
The
sorry,
infill is of your choosing. Garfield has already marked a primary LZ. You can leave the chopper there. We have one of our moles on site. He will make sure the chopper stays safe. Other than that, bring something to blow up the vehicle with. If it goes tits up, I'm sure there might be an AT specialist around that you could kill and loot the launcher for to blow it, but the primary objective itself is the launcher. Is the frickin' vehicle. It needs to be destroyed. Any other questions?
Don't think so.
Alright, commands, radio, if you need to radio me for intel or whatnot, report anything, I will be on 50. You can work out your short range radio, possibly 60, I want to say.
60, yep.
And all I know is they're going to move the vehicle in about 2 hours, so that's our window. Little Bird's where you left it. We put it right next to the black site again, and good luck.
okay.
Let's put that in the right.
What uniform are you wearing, Garfield?
Hey guys, what is up? Liru the
Fly
Lance Corporal
T3,
here. Hello X-Fry,
yeah,
and this
T3
is
corrected.
going into our CIA ops. This is the third mission. And premise is very simple. They gotta do what they were unable to do in the previous mission. So, we only have 2 people today, so this will be quite interesting. The last one we only had 3. And I'm also gonna probably consider reworking the schedule so more of them can come on, but for the longest time, I thought it was only going to be Garfield, so I had tuned this massive AO to just a one person, kind of like a solo mission, but there's still enough for 2 people, and we can always add more. Again, reactionary mission. Whatever they do, I react to it. And yes, I practically have a mission every day at this rate, Slim. I mean, people ask me to go full time, but I already am, so. Yeah, the schedule is, if you scroll down on Twitch, it's literally, boom, everything's right there. Tuesday, 3 to 7 p.m. I need to adjust that because it's more so 4 to 6 because they only want to do 1 mission a day instead of 2. So, gotta tweak a few things down there and still tweak a few things in the future, but this is what we have. So they've marked this as the primary LZ. I'm a little worried that they'll get too close to this chopper patrol because this is where they extracted last time. So naturally there's going to be a squad with a chopper going around because they also shot it down. But from what I saw, they're going to approach directly from the north. And let's take a look at this LZ itself. It's a fairly open beachhead. I mean, nothing really around it that I've set up. That's good. Then they'll have this to deal with if they decide to engage. Just 4 troops, civilians, but if one of them fires back and you hear a loud gunshot, it's possible this group will hear it or they'll radio it in, and then everything will go tits up pretty fast. Contingency, if things are going heavily in the enemy's favor, this is what we're going to use to end it. And if they manage to take out the gunner, we have our other contingency plan from this military base. 2 BTR-60s, unless they're looting AT, it's probably going to kill them, but hopefully they won't. So the mission, again, if you were listening to the briefing, it's to blow up this box Hemet. It has all the intel of the CIA operations from the previous 2 missions, and they have an hour and 49 minutes to do so before I extract it. So, I did mention there's a diversionary mission going on in East City right now. That will be the next mission we do. And hopefully the time will be tweaked and we'll have more people, because that's supposed to be bringing out a majority of the force right now to focus in this AO. But that's for next week. So here is what we have today. Previous mission. Hostage was here. We extracted him. They placed the charge in this building, but it did not go off. So we're assuming all of that intel has been moved, and they're prepping to move it again. And then first mission was the assassination at the main airfield. So if this goes off without a hitch, we'll do this mission. Hopefully it'll go off without a hitch, and then we can set the true second mission of this campaign. There's only about 10 of those planned, but what I love again about this campaign is if anything fucks up, becomes a new mission concept. This is tier 3 too. So yeah, there's only 2 people because, again, these are the best players I know of in terms of tactics and whatnot. Tier 3 only has, I think, 6 members now. Anti-Static, Garfield 003, Billman, Sniper Wolf, What's That, Grizzly, and John McClane occasionally shows up. So 7 really. Everything else, it was a little more. I've weeded a few out because of inactivity, but yeah, our most elite tier, and I would like to keep it under 10 active members at a time. But again, you can get anywhere from 10 people assaulting this. I'd double the amount of AI if we had 10 people.
No.
But we have 2. So I'm thinking, you know, Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfare style solo mission, where you gotta cut through, get your objective done, and extract, but that's just what I'm doing. All in all, though, you know, it's not a tough AO. Even for 1 to 2 people, because I've done things on purpose. The AI skill levels, for example. It's our standard 65%, but I have lowered the spotting.
The short range on channel 60.
I got you. Zonti got you? I've done 65 for, we can bump that up a little bit. 65%, that's our standard, but spotting I've reduced to 30% like the last mission. You're good? And, you know, that's just to kind of balance the AI, because if you remember in the first mission, these fucking AI, Sniper Wolf, the whole reason we had this second mission was Sniper Wolf was in this patch of bush over here, and the AI were still able to shoot him, which, yeah, it was this line of bushes. He was literally in it as a bush Wookiee, trying to find which specific bush, because it was literally, he was surrounded. There was no way they'd be able to see him, but they nope, just shot him through the wall. Same with the fact that they started shooting this group through the this fucking wall. I mean, the AI in this map their spotting is a bit OP, so we have to adjust that where we can. So they're going on their way. They're going to take, again, a wide berth. I'm going to move myself to the alternate black site here. Player teleport. Because I'm assuming that they're going to come to this position. And then when we do the next mission, they'll be assaulting here and then artsy being to the alternate black site. And then our next batch of ops will actually focus in this area specifically. But there's still a lot for this map to offer, and I really do look forward to seeing what the player base is able to pull off. So, spotting is down. Also, these guys do not have NVGs, I believe. Let's do a quick test. Yep, hitting the N key, checking the inventory. They do not. And the guys that do have NVGs are currently engaged in East City. Another quick side note here. The primary missions for the campaign are almost always going to be at daytime. Nighttime are going to be the side missions to clean up the actions of the first mission. So, another small differentiation. Still do have this helicopter. Technically, radar, they might be able to pick it up, but they're busy scanning this area in regards to the last mission. Threat level overall on the island is still relatively low, but after the East City attack, it's going to be set to moderate, and there'll be some missions to help lower that. But the whole overall goal of the campaign is to prevent countries in the Middle East from recruiting our country, which is Prototype, because this map is XCAM Prototype. And that's the CIA's involvement in this entire island. So, this is going to be our casual stuff. Holy fuck, I forgot our music. Give me just a moment here. I'm a bit clumsy today. There we go. Sorry about that. But we can also kind of see the outlines of their markers here. They've marked possible ETA times as well. For the BTRs, in all honesty, the only way they're going to really get through here is by cutting through this dirt road, getting here, and then coming from the top. Or just going around entirely, which will be a pain. Yeah, so they've got plenty of time to extract here. It's just, I'm curious to see, are they going to extract from this route or this route? And I really hope they pick the secondary LZ, because that's literally right next to where the fucking Hemet will be. And in terms of options, yeah. I think the only thing I'm going to add right here is, I'm going to take another car, but I'm going to put it over here, just to get these outer refineries. And I'm going to put a third guy right up here. Also, I'm going to quickly go through and set all these guys up to be on the standing animation, because more or less, not necessarily the patrol guys, but the ones garrisoned right here, like this guy, I want to keep him standing. This one, the sniper, keep him standing. Just make sure, double check that everything is exactly how I want it for these ops. because if there's distant gunshots, I don't want them to go immediately prone and start scanning from behind a wall. That would be stupid, essentially. But other ones that are already on the ground, yeah, they can stay standing. But like him, for example, or him, they're in buildings. They don't need to go prone immediately. That's stupid. All right, you're set. You're set. All right, I think we're good. But looking at this AO from the night, I've specifically made it so that they're all near light posts. Because, again, they need to be able to logically fucking see. And then the ones patrolling are going to be walking towards some of these light posts. Alright, looks like they've touched down. Here. They're going to secure the area. I'm actually going to teleport myself up a bit more, just so I can hear their short-range comms. And then the classic hide Zeus, set to true. So again, we've got a few things to cover here. I'm hoping we can quickly set that up here. I didn't see that structure, so. 4 guys, 2 in the front. Up the light, we can have 2 near this post. And then a few civs just in the damn building. Not cars, damn it, men.
Ready.
Because again, we're going for some sort of dynamic environment here.
Standing by.
The best of what we can do. You can also kind of hear that chopper in the distance. These guys are going to push up. The roads are going to be more or less quiet. All the patrols are going to be, again, engaging over here, moving away.
Just catch up to me and have a quick stamina break.
Alright. So here they are. They're making excellent time. They're getting to OP1. Possible OP2. They're going to need to evade this area. This is just a bunker, so haven't really given it any thought. But that's a patrol, so I'm not sure if they're going to cut through or they might just go to OP final, then get eyes on from up here, which, you know, it'll definitely give you a nice little intro to this compound, but there's a roaming 2-man patrol over here, which gets a little bit close. And then you got these 2 guys. 2 over here. So advancing, especially with the checkpoint and the M2 over here, this is probably the tougher route to go. They might have to find themselves either cutting through here or completely disengaging around. In which case, I should probably add 1 or 2 extra guys. We're using the Kurdish military today. Using simple riflemen. I'm just going to add some stuff to the back of the AO because it's quite possible that they're going to have to swing around here. And I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. Have it facing that way. And what about these structures? These are just rogue random structures. We can put some civs in them.
Waiting. Ready for orders.
And then also,
I'm trying to see if I can find a gap in the hills that might be able to get us eyes on.
let's have a patrolling fire team. I said they'd be guns up, but they're going to be, you know, just walking really. Because the island is on a bit of an alert. So they're going to cross here, try to find a break in the hills. We'll see how they go.
Yep, it looks like 2 dense woodland, so we may bypass them.
Abandoned military vehicle by the bunker. Yeah, I could, but I did consider using this area in a future mission, though. Just trying to think of what I can put down without affecting other missions. But I'm gonna have to pass on just for the sake of what's the point? Because it's there. I don't want them to focus on it though, because if they see it, they might go explore it, and that takes time away from this op. It also adds to being possibly detected, because even though I have the
Looks like the top of the tower
stuff
is
lowered, I
just
mean,
well lit.
Hands on me now.
I could send a guy over here and watch back for all I care. It's just, you gotta be careful as a Zeus. It's fun to, put a bunch of random stuff down, but everything you put down should have a little bit of a purpose, for it to make sense. You don't want the player base to focus on smaller things around that just won't play into it how you want to. Because I've done Zeus ops where I put things down and the player base will see it and they'll think of something completely different. Like the best example I can think of is last Friday's ops when I was trying to help them because John McClane flew the chopper too close and started the timer of the first mission. I tried putting some off-roads down to help the player bases move in a bit quicker, but then they thought they were surrounded by IEDs or something. They thought it was a trap. So it's just, the hardest thing to do is just get into the player base's head and try to figure out what they're thinking.
Side.
See, now this is going to be a bit of a predicament here. How are they going to
Back
react
the
with
east end of
this?
this rock formation. We might be able to move down to the rocks and we can regroup there first.
I think Auntie's found a way down the rocks here. Will she radio that into Garfield, though? Because Garfield just said he's going to fall back east, but Auntie's not replying.
I'm down on the road.
Roger, if you hold on the road, and I'll try to see if I can move to you.
I hear vehicle.
Standing by.
Just a civilian vehicle. I want to see what they do.
Roger that.
Which direction?
Understood.
No, it's just a rumble. And it could be the hospital out the back here.
Copy. On the way. Solid copy.
Yeah, simple waypoint system right there.
From my I can see up the road. What's that complex? Like,
He's a civilian. He doesn't give two shits.
One vehicle moving down the road.
But if that was military, they definitely would have fucking spotted him. Being a bit nice.
Roger, if we can, let's see if we can cross
The next
road
one
back to
will
the
be
trees
military if they hang out on this road.
themselves.
And I can assure you they will get out and check out the fucking guy who just ran in and got prone. The civilians don't really care about the CIA actions unless they breach into their building or their homes and stuff, and they might react. But right now, civilian presence is neutral because the CIA haven't killed any civs yet. And hopefully it'll stay that way. And there'll be some missions to, assist rebel factions to help cause issues on prototypes to further promote that, don't go to the Middle East. It'll all play in. But as I said before, we're still technically on the first mission, just cleaning up the actions, which, God, is such a good dynamic campaign. See, now if I did have that vehicle down here, Auntie would probably radio it in, they'd have to go check it out, and they'd wonder, why it was there. And then, I'd have to probably have some sort of reaction by these guys because they hang around it for too long. And that's the issue.
Are you in sight of a compound
Trying to hop the fence.
at the far gate?
see a load of logs.
But this environment is also probably the most realistic Arma environment I've ever seen for,
Road with a compound.
force and stuff. The detail is just tremendous. Compared to, somewhere like Chernogorsk,
Okay,
Chernarus,
just
where
to the south of the compound.
you know, all you have is really just a bunch of the same tree model, a few pine trees, and then grass at best. There's stumps, rocks, everything has a position. Everything has a purpose.
Marked RP.
And it
Is
just
that
makes
close to
this
your
map
location?
feel so realistic. However, another reason I'm limiting Tier 3 to only 10 people is,
Yeah.
if I put more than 20 people on this map, it is going to be unplayable. Good God, I mean, with 3 people last week, I did make some adjustments to help with frames, but the frames were getting down to 20 with just 3 people. But, I mean, right now, you know, solid 30-ish, but I've got a really good system. But as long as you can keep it above 20, that's fine. So they're grouping back up. They're going to hopefully come up with a plan. But going from this edge will definitely make it tougher. I can guarantee you that. That chopper's still flying. Alright, I didn't see its symbol for a second. I thought it maybe waved off. Alright, so they're continuing to push around. Again, you know, from here, this will give them a good overwatch point. They just need to make sure they keep low so they don't spook this sentry that's been going around.
The building top of the hill.
The main issue is the M2. Because every time these fucking AI get into some sort of static position, their accuracy, no matter how low you put the spotting and accuracy section, just goes to infinity plus 5. And they kill everything. Oh yeah, I mean, this is what they see. I can't even put on the NVGs right now because that view's fucking bugged, but this is what it would look like at night with no NVGs. You could easily make a frickin' horror mission out of this. So they're spotting the car. A few infantry near it. Something to not provoke, hopefully. Yep, 2 guys.
Place inhabited.
Yeah, we got another patrol coming around, and then 2 back here. But again, from their field of view,
We can't find the heavy's presence. It's most likely to be in those buildings.
Can't see itself. Fine.
now with these markers, we can kind of see where he's looking, but
If you move a bit
with Zeus, you
south
can
into
see
the border field, there
where
you should be able to see into the main compound as well as the compound to the small compound to the west.
I'll be honest, with this lighting, you might not need NVGs, and this is what worries me a bit, because it is a bit moonlight. The AI might still be able to see these guys fine, which hopefully VCOM and ASR, they do tweak that to make it a bit better, but this will be a very big experiment. I don't think they still haven't spotted this 2-man team.
Much better view.
If they start sprinting, that's when I know they've gone alerted. But their gun's up right now because, again, the diversion. You can kind of see them running up right there. But again, these guys have NVGs, so there should be no reason.
Yeah. Like troops. Guy in front of it.
Oh, God, don't run down. Auntie, either of them haven't PID'd. We might have another mission. We could very well have another mission where we gotta take that intel out. these guys still have no idea they were there. Otherwise, I can assure you they would be backing off watching this squad sentry team right now. Yeah, I would get near them, but when they get close again, I'll teleport myself over. However, I can't follow them because, especially with 2 people, I will not be able to coordinate the footsteps. And if they hear that, they will freak out. And this is something I had to tell my other Zeuses that I was training a few days ago.
300 meters.
Yeah, they will hear it. And they will get spooked. But Auntie, she's scouting right now, but she doesn't see this 2-man patrol now, clearly in the open. Possibly Garfield might be able to spot it. But I mean, I'm up here right now. I'm about 20, 30 meters from it. I can still hear his footsteps, so.
Oh, I've seen another pickup with only 2 sentries.
User joined your channel.
Hey.
Right, the pickup is, I think you're on about, is 215 degrees. Out there. Middle of the compound near 4 oil towers.
What's up, Kilowago?
That is not the one I was talking about, but I do have eyes on that. The one I was talking about is to our west.
Nem, you're free to listen in, but we already started. If we have time for the next stop, I'll let you know. Otherwise,
3 people around
you're
it,
free to
one in
watch on
front,
stream.
one each side.
Copy, I'll probably not join in then. I'll just
Alright.
watch the stream.
Yeah,
Have fun,
please
guys.
maintain radio silence, though. So, good luck, man. Take
I'm
care.
leaving. See ya.
User left your channel.
Okay, if we just regroup, what is your grid ref?
I tried to give these guys the most obvious patrol route
Just
I
to
could
the
think of.
south of you. Just to the left of that.
But I can assure you, if they try to push down into here, they're either going to run into the sentry team, or they're going to run into this 2-man team. And I honestly don't know how it'll go from there, because if I hear a gunshot, we are very close to this M2, and it will react and drive over, and that immediately cuts them off. And again, freaking eagle eyes on the fucking 50. Just with this route of approach, I was hoping they'd pick something a bit more south, but
8.
tough.
1965.
You know, like something over here and then push in. But again, that's also close to urban stuff. So I completely understand why they picked this AO. It's just based on how things are with the environment and the terrain. This is still fairly a new map. This map came out in Christmas. So it's only been out for a few months, and we have only done a few missions on it.
Yeah. Try 0785 1965. Doesn't split the squares up into.
Yeah, pilots can watch
10.
stream. It just, if you're actively playing in the mission, that's when you shouldn't be watching the stream. Unless you really want to spoil it for yourself and other people. In which case, you shouldn't be coming to my ops. Alright. Gotten back together. That patrol is now away. I don't think they ever spotted them. But as promised, player teleport. See, and these fucking hills are very, very stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get up there. Not without walking, and that might spook them. Try one more time, like over here. Nah, doesn't let me get up the fucking hill. Because Arma. There's no way. So, my apologies, but yeah, they're definitely using local comms. They're trying to coordinate everything. Map markers wise, I don't see anything new except for this checkpoint here. We can still hear that MI in the background. That thing's flying incredibly close. Alright, I think it's glitched out and it's now pulling full circles here. Maybe they found something. I don't fucking know. There they are. See? Thought I just saw them turn around. But they're also going to be on whisper right now because the AI can hear chatter and move back and forth. So I'd literally have to get right on top of them. And there's no way in hell. I'm sorry, guys. Well, yeah, Nemesis, he could. But honestly, would you really want to just join into a server and watch a chopper and to stream? A lot of the guys that play with me, they have lives. So, you know, if they're not able to play, they usually do something else. At least that's what I do, because I'm a college student, but, you know. Rut! Rut, buddy, I need you to be a little more active so I can get you into Tier 3, okay? You're, like, on the fence. Please. No, I do agree, it is a good thought, but, again, you know, it's hard to find people to do those types of roles. Yeah, it's okay, Rut. Maybe next week for that assault we'll only get one person and they get to lone wolf one-man army that frickin' AO as the as the distraction. There's no way in hell I'd be able to see them. They're like black with those uniforms. The moon's out, giving that moonlight so we can kind of see. But we got that M2 down there. We got the patrol sentries down there. Got that guy with the vehicle. He looks like a fucking ghost in that light, but yeah, they also have no idea where this vehicle is, which is also concerning. So any mistake they make, even if they're possibly like right next to that warehouse, if they don't check that warehouse, they're not going to know. So many bad possibilities here. And that's never a good thing. So for all I know, they're probably going to sit up here for a while, but we do have an hour and 20 minutes left before I decide to move it, so stay laid back, stay chill. Feel free to do Q&A. I don't care. We'll just, you know, get through this up. Here we have this patrol coming around again. Garfield is in perfect position to see him. But based on his angle of view... Oh, there we go. He just noticed them. Maybe. Oh yeah, that angle. Yep, he definitely just noticed them. Line up his gun. Yep. There we go. I said they would be guns up, though. He's got to remember that. Because if he engages right now, if, again, they get a bullet off, this is going to become much, much harder. We need a flooded city mod op, like a rescue type. What? So, like, a non-military shoot. Like, so take the shooter aspect out of Arma and then just rescue civilians from, like, a hurricane or a flood or something. That would actually be a very cool concept, just to work on their communication skills and piloting. So if it is possible, then yeah, sure. Yeah, so they've spotted this two-man patrol, so they know that there is a two-man group running around now. That's good. Yeah, flood city. Alphavy, look up videos that have the name Kyle Clements in the title. Specifically a Viper op. I've done a few things with Kyle. But that would be the op you want to see if you want to see something like that. Right. Back at the view here. The thing is, they can spend all the time they want reconning the data. They're going to probably make a plan, probably come down this way, but one misstep here, and they are fucked. One misstep here, and they are fucked. Because no matter what, unless they immediately decrew that M2, I will run an infantryman and get them back on the M2. We'll have all these guys converge, reinforcements come in, chopper come in. Great spot to get intel of, but disengage, move around, swing in from the south, and attack. Because also they're trying to PID which vehicles the truck may be in. Alright, this isn't me trying to be meta at all. This is me noticing a small little mistake. I could put another in here, but actually I'm not gonna bother. I forgot that actually has room in it. Now, how I meant for like best case scenario of this op to go is just Garfield. Comes in from the south, takes out these two guys, or ignores them, sets up in here, recons, goes to here, recons, starts cutting through buildings, gets to this one, blows it up, and then immediately pushes back south, and he'd be fine. This, however, makes a much more interesting route. So I'm willing to bet they're probably going to have Garfield go down. Yeah, Garfield go down, and Auntie overwatch. Or they both might go. Who knows? Hey, Nemesis, you're fine. You are fine. This week has been a bit of a Charlie Foxtrot anyway, and we're making a lot of changes to stuff. So. Also, Bloodwing finally got around to playing Skyrim. She didn't go to any of her classes today, and I feel bad because I bought it for her. But she seems to be obsessed with picking up all the embalming tools that she can find. And wearing only fur armor. And using a bow and arrow and swords as a high elf, which triggered me. Alright, we're getting a bit ballsy. There's no way, they don't know its exact patrol route, but they know that patrol's going to possibly swing around again, so this is a bit risky here. In the player base's mind. Hey, Nemesis, will only give them hell if they deserve it. But they've got to time that patrol now, but they have no idea when it'll come back around. Maybe they're setting up right now to engage. Maybe they'll disengage, try to ignore, but... This Humvee.
Got eyes on one infantry behind the nearest compound.
I just saw him. By that light post. Look at it from his vision again. Yeah, so he clearly sees that one. Gonna be in a two-man team. Now this is also really bad because I want to test something real quick too. If I just yeah, okay. So Auntie's gotten up back with him. If this sentry team comes around here and they have to engage, this two-man team's immediately gonna react, even if it's suppressed. Possibly not this team, but if they're that close to each other and they hear the suppressed shots, they're still gonna go guns up. X-Fry already had that plan. The alarm sound would be audio, play sound, click, and then I'd play it. But yeah, I already had that one planned. People are gonna get fragged, well, either Auntie or Garfield if they fuck up. Those are our two tier 3 player base. Players for today, from the tier 3 player base.
Hang on, the roof doesn't look like it did.
Auntie just spotted the marksman right there with the SVD. That's one of them. The other one has an M136.
It looked like he was just falling asleep just then.
But now we have the sentry coming back around. Now, I'm not going to remote control. I just want to see it from their eyes as they swing around. I want to see how visual everything is. So they're looking over to their guys here,
Yep, I'm just gonna move
checking them out.
a bit closer.
Yeah, so looking at them, I can't see them. But you know how the AI can be. So he's looking back. Cutting through the bush.
It's quite light out without envy.
I'm looking right over here, but I don't see anything. He's gonna turn left at some point. I would not shoot right now. These guys are way... Alright, that's him giving the new move order. But it appears he did not go alerted. So these guys are still okay. I think Auntie's setting up to take this guy out. Which would be fine, just gotta hope his body doesn't fall over, because this patrol might spot that. So yep, Auntie's staying on Overwatch. Shot was fired. These guys aren't running yet. They have no idea this M2's over here. They're running across. But Auntie missed her shot. I don't see...
When I get to the road.
These guys going guns up. They're going to get to cover right here. They have no idea. These guys are probably not going to be able to fire, but... Oh, man. They have no idea. If they fuck up right here, this thing's just going to immediately turn around and light them up. Yeah, I think Auntie missed. Rutger already tried putting my pirate ship as a custom composition. It broke the server. Alright, there was way too many textures to load in. Ah, God. These guys now swinging around. Probably gonna wait from the pass, but now it's just gonna be a matter of evading patrols and getting a bit lucky. Because what can this guy really see here?
You're moving along the wall.
Negative.
He has a fairly decent amount of vision.
Storage. Southwest. Ah. He went round the corner.
It could turn very ugly very fast. Yeah, I hear your rut. School does take a lot of time. It's a pain in the butt. But you gotta do it, because you gotta get through the fucking system.
Okay, we cross the road.
Gar might have spotted. Nope, he wouldn't have.
That guy that's above us.
They're gonna watch this back.
That's fine.
Sometimes ignorance is indeed bliss. But they are also just below this guy's visual range. But if they start cutting across, this guy might see them. So this will be very interesting. Yeah, you know, some of these light poles, they're, you know, part of the map itself. You know, not all of them are going to work.
See the top of that, guys.
Oh, don't go into the fucking light. This is a very bad angle now. They should have... Auntie should not have missed that shot. She should have gotten him, because now, how are they going to advance here? They shoot out that light. This guy's going to come over and go, what the hell was that? Now, I also have to look at the patrols coming around, make sure they don't phase through any of the fucking walls.
Yeah, any problems for those two guys?
This is where it can get ugly very quickly. We got this guy overwatching that.
Maybe second building on the left.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go between these two oil tanks.
As you can see it, just, I can't point at it, but that little section. Now the suspense is coming in. They're using radio to communicate though, so I can hear that. Also, I want to be careful with teleporting because sometimes it makes me visible, which is bad. Yeah, that would be the chopper still swinging around over here. Alright, we got 1 2-man patrol heading over there.
Patrol on the open, 280.
They're moving away. Then we have these guys probably going to hug the wall. Maybe go through it. I don't fucking know. They're going to go through the wall, aren't they?
Coming towards the no.
Nope. Alright, so they called that. So this is that 2-man patrol.
No, they were just crossing the road to the north.
It goes through. How are they going to... Ah, they crawl under. Okay.
Well, we need to get across there somehow.
If we cross to the next building to the west.
Kills up
Go
these two
first, you want me to
guys.
go first? Oh, the guys are straight.
Yep, they don't know we're here.
We're playing a very dangerous game. Because over here... Sneak around that way or something. But right under this sniper's fucking nose, I mean... Ooh. If they stay in the really dark area right there, this guy probably won't be able to see him. It's a very good thing that light is off.
Sniper in the tower, 185. 2/3 up.
This is where the suspense comes in. They also have this 2-man patrol that's going to swing back around. I don't know how. They're actually, you know, not phasing through any walls. I thought they were going to crouch under. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna cross the building to the south.
And how's this?
Guy out.
Yep. Well... Ow. Ow, what the... What the hell is that? I still have no idea what the fuck that is.
We've got more south.
Nice. Doesn't look like
It's gonna give it a second. It's so subsonic. If they hit something, it's still...
Searching. Where were they?
shouldn't have taken it down.
They go guns up because they can hear shit.
There's light around here.
And now the fun begins. Heard a gunshot. Garfield's already down.
Yup.
We'll just let the AI be AI at this rate.
Can't believe I'm glitched.
Okay, now it's not letting me interact with these.
I'm glitched in the floor. I can't. Oh. See if I can crawl out.
He's managed to teleport her, frickin'. There we go.
Bright
This
light.
isn't looking good.
Look like
Everything's set a movement order. Oh, this went tits up. This went really badly tits up. They need to get out of here, but really start checking their goddamn flanks where the fire is coming from. That was stupid. Ran right into Grizzly's fire. But they need to get out now because everything, VCOM and ASR AI3, is making it converge over here. There's a hole in the wall, but they have no idea what's going to be watching on the other side. They... Oh, God. How are those BTRs coming in? Wow, even the AI from the base. All of the AI. Christ, everything. Fucking love VCOM and ASR. That combo. You're out in the open. Is that Auntie? Auntie, you need to cross. You need to get the fuck out of there. Alright, I'll give it 10 minutes and I gotta try to extract with this frickin' vehicle here. Here, I've got an idea. At this rate, we're gonna have to do another mission to... It's done, but we need to get this thing out.
Eyes on the truck, what you say is.
moving slowly.
I used. Oh!
It was me, yes. He was hit, he exploded, and now it's driving off as though it wasn't hit. Great.
You hit me, but this thing is stronger than you think.
Anti-status.
Auntie's staying in a very bad position.
Fighting.
Roger, I'm trying to see if I can get you a vehicle we can get out of here quick.
Man, Garfield, you had first shot too, man. Garfield's back up, but he's got two guys right here he needs to worry about. Auntie, seriously, needs to get out of this position. Don't heal in the open either. Sir, she's been turning this into a kill zone, pinning guys down, but needs to move. I have to ask where they hit that truck, though. Because if they hit the front of the Hemet, it would have gone, but otherwise. These fucking BTRs are taking their sweet ass time.
I can see it, mate.
There we go. They're back on my interface.
On the way.
Send them up. Garfield. Well, he made mincemeat out of them. That vehicle might drive him right into these BTRs. He's down. It's out of fuel. Ooh.
That you in a chopper?
Is it just that one that happens to be out of fuel? Wow. I don't remember doing that. Auntie.
Lock and load. Copy.
Focus on Grizz. Where the hell is my gun car? Like, what the fuck have you been doing?
I'm heading towards the red pickup.
I'm jumping up. Got me up.
Go. You're going the wrong way, you dumbass. Wrong way. Wrong
Got me up.
way.
Got me up. Steady up.
Auntie, that's not a good place to do it. Got a chopper on you. You've got infantry running all around you. Oh, and there's the BTR. Ah, shit. It has no fuel. There is this right there. I don't know why that's out of fuel either, but that has fuel. But I haven't gone on the stream and purposefully taken its fuel off. Unless I did. Can anyone tell me if I did? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. Best of the best. No, what happened was they missed the shot on the sniper and they continued anyway. And then they got pinned down and fucked. This is a mission that was meant for they blow it up and then leave. But you have to stay mobile. Auntie, it doesn't. And now you're gonna heal right in the open. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Simply put, this vehicle doesn't have any fuel. Get another one. Take out the one shooting at you at least. God's sake. Trying to be lenient here. Yeah, at this rate. Oh. Well. Rip. Rip the other BTR. Oh, I heard shooting. Was that just... Okay. So, let me first say, I have no idea why that car did not have any fuel, but it was the only vehicle except for another one out of 6 or 7 to not have fuel.
Huh, okay. Yeah, I got into it. Why does this thing not have fuel? Right, this is
Yeah, that was just luck of the draw there, unfortunately.
And another one was I fired a AT rocket at that box truck.
What part did you hit it on? I was driving it. Everything went red. I'm sorry, the engine and the hull went red, and I lost half of its fuel, but it was still drivable. Did you hit it from the back?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why, because you hit its cargo.
No, I didn't hit that. The explosion was it almost could have been. I didn't actually even hit it. It just hit the ground.
Ah. Yeah, because if it was
the ground at the very bottom of the truck that I hit.
Yeah, if it's a direct hit on the front, I know that will definitely at least disable it and, you know, then probably cook off. But that's also where the engine is for Ace, so that's what needs to get hit for it to then cook off, you know what I mean? So, from what I saw, It was a good approach, though probably the hardest one to do. And the
Cock up by shooting that guy in the nose.
yeah, that was the cock up was you missed those shots, but there were also guys that were stationed there close enough to hear those shots, and then everyone went guns up and the party started.
Was it the subsonic? And I don't know, the subsonic and the Scar just don't seem to work. I mean,
No,
it was
'cause
hitting it.
they
Really
do
hit it, didn't die.
they don't hear the bullet travel, they just hear the bullet hitting things. And they might also hear you firing the gun. Because VCOM and ASR do some really weird things. But Garfield, you hit the back, so I'm going to assume the intel is mostly destroyed. We just got to do another rescue mission.
That's why
I
we
got up to that truck.
were dressed up as Iranians. We're not seeing the Iranians.
Yeah.
I got up to that truck and I saw Garfield on the floor and I thought, Christ, did I shoot him? Or was it the guy between us that died? I
was being shot from somewhere, it sounded, but I couldn't really work out where from.
Yeah. Just,
But when I heard the shots, I looked at the red car because the guy between us on the fence wall shooting something. I shot him. And then I thought, oh, the red truck, I can get to the red truck. So I went up there, shot the guys that were approaching it, got up to it and saw the little green hexagonal. And I thought, oh my god, that's Garfield. So I got down and your head's injured, so I bandaged your head to stop it bleeding. Then I loaded you in the car and I thought, right, we're off. And nothing happened.
there was no fuel.
Engine noises.
Yeah, so I thought, what am I going to... So I click switch engine on and I'm starting to panic a bit. And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Why is this not moving? And then I thought, oh, they must have destroyed it, but nothing was red. And I thought, oh, this is not right. So I switched the lights off and dragged you back out the car. And then I got dead.
It had no fuel.
It hit tyres, they did hit the bodywork a couple of times. But yeah,
Yeah,
but
there was no damage looking on it. That was the problem. I thought, oh, Liru's put vehicles down without any fuel in, so we can...
Yeah, again, I don't know why, but that was the only vehicle except for the, there was also in the warehouse nearby, the Altus style one, there was a Hunter, or I'm sorry, a Hemet Transport.
Was that the one I could hear moving about at the end?
No, that was me moving the box Hemet away. What ended up coming by at the end was, so you guys walked past this, but there was a Humvee with an M2 just a little up the road that you passed on the left towards the checkpoint. And I also had 2 BTRs come all the way from base. One of them went all the way over to where you came from, and then the second one pulled up behind Auntie as you were getting things together and
That's probably what I heard.
finished it. Yeah, that was probably the BTR.
Such a shame. As soon as that guy didn't go down with the first shot, I thought, oh no, this is going to go bad. Shot him 2 or 3 times, and he then went round the side of the tower, and then I got another couple of rounds in him, and he went down. And I met up with Garfield, and I said, ooh, that was bad. 5 or 6 rounds it taken. Then we looked around, and some guys behind us. Yeah, just gone active. Oh shit.
Yeah.
But then when we went around that corner, I glitched into the floor.
Yeah, I saw. I was about to teleport you out, but you managed to get out. So.
Yeah, and the problem then was that I took my NVGs off, and we were in the light, and I was going, no, we're in the worst position possible.
Let me just say this too: everything except the patrol I had going to around where that patrol's likely marker was with the helicopter, everything got provoked and started moving in. Things are still moving in.
I think that's probably from the rocket.
Yeah, probably from that rocket cooking off too. But overall, the only advice I have to say in addition to that is if things go tits up, no matter what, you need to keep moving. And don't go prone in the middle of the lane. Try to, crouch and then peek from the angle. But especially if there's only a few of you, you're not going to be able to cover every direction. There were times where, I think it was Auntie in that building, she would get outflanked because the AI would fire from one spot and then run over to the next one. And that was literally just VCOM and ASR doing their thing.
Yeah,
I backed up
every
into a
time I
corner.
got shot, I had to bandage, and then there was somebody else to shoot. A bit of a shoot fest, and I changed from subsonic after that to normal rounds, which seemed to help a bit. But if I was to do this again, I'd go in with EMR, with silencer on. At least for the 7.62, you can be assured of one shot, one kill at that distance.
Were those scar rounds actually silenced, Liru? Because it sounded quite loud to me.
Yeah. So, do you know the subsonic shot that Auntie took up close to the northern side?
Yeah.
On that other struck, the two-man patrol was literally right next to you guys, and they didn't get alerted when she shot. So, to the AI, it is suppressed.
It's okay. It's not
But they get pissy when, you know, someone gets hit, but they don't go down. Then they start, you know, yelling, barking orders, and that's what provokes everything in a gradual chain.
Off a roof.
Yeah, I knew as soon as he hadn't gone down, he would have been on the radio alerted them.
By the way, after that shot too, in that compound, the STV guy that you originally tried to pick off, he jumped. I guess to signal. Yeah, he jumped off to signal that. Oh my God, the CIA are here.
He's part of the Scottish Kamikaze Regiment.
Yeah, always the best.
In the backside, that could have been a much longer, much better mission if I hadn't taken that guy out. But it looked from where, you know, when Garfield says, "Oh, there's a guy up on that, like that chimney tower thing," and the way I looked at it, we were going to move right into his line of sight.
What will our 1-3 mission be?
Straight away if we don't.
Or 1C, I should say.
I should be able to get him from here with one shot. He was only 107 meters away, and my gun's set for 100 meters. So I put it center mass, and he just went, "Wow, what was that? A fly?"
No, they had pretty decent body armor.
Yeah, they must have had. I mean, normally when I take the scar out, it's because we're clearing out some sort of Pakistani village and they don't have body armor.
User joined your channel.
With a double tap, and you can go in with 60 round magazines. You get stuck in a corner. You're not continually changing magazines. It's a good thing to have. But I normally do that if I'm marksman. But on a patrol like this, I think I'd definitely take the EMR next time.
Well, let's take a look. Let's see what body armor they got. I put a dead one over here. They've got GA carriers, so level 3 AAF gear.
Okay. But yeah, it took was taking 2 or 3 shot off the chest with us then, which is more
Yeah.
I remember that stuff taken.
Fair enough.
But well, yeah, it's happened now.
Want me to join in?
I only have 30 minutes left in the time block, and if I go extra, Bloodwind will kill me because she wants me for the day. So I gotta wrap it up here, guys.
That's fine.
Does she want you or your credit card?
I actually don't know yet. We're going to Giant, so who knows?
What's Giant?
Supermarket thing. Anyway.
I like a Walmart.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see this continue next tier 3 op.
Watch on the street.
And operate operationally. Take care, guys.
Well, I recorded it as well. It's on my Twitch.